Now, Dr. Kelly Nwaga is a pharmacist and he joins us from our Abuja studio. We'd like to thank you for joining us on the program.
Yeah, thank you, Millicent, for having me on this program.
Great. Let's start with talking about the African fight. African countries' latest news was that they're pooling together resources to set up a sort of one-stop shop to give the continent a better chance. COVID-19 test kits, protective equipment, and any vaccines that may emerge. First, is this an initiative that you think can reduce the spread of COVID-19? And second, will it foster solidarity in the fight?
Yeah, it is true that some African countries have come together to champion this COVID-19 cause. It will prove very effective if managed properly. But there are some challenges. The cultural differences that operate amongst these countries might pose serious challenge to discuss. Again, the issue of distribution of some of these protective equipments, assuming they come up being manufactured or produced in a particular place, will be a real problem. So I would like to advise that each country go on their own to handle this challenge. But if there is need to seek for some collaboration, yeah, there's nothing wrong in doing that.
So some have said that Nigeria's fight is similar to that of other countries, and that the journey ahead is really what a lot of people fear, seeing what countries like Brazil are going through and even the United States. So the question is, do you think Africa will be able to control the virus with fears of a possible second wave in other continents?
Seriously, with the way things go in Africa, I have my doubts if we'll be able to manage an upsurge in this challenge. Developed world like the US, developing world like Brazil are having challenges in the upsurge. You can imagine what could happen in Africa that I would describe as not even a third world. We have dropped from third world to if there's something like fourth or fifth world. So the problem is, how are we going to cope? It gives me real concern regarding this second upsurge. And that possibly brings me to the issue of our people not internalizing the fact that COVID-19 is a reality. Because the way we are going about this in this country, particularly on the part of the ignorant members of the populace. How? In fact, we have to be pretty watchful, because if it implodes the way everybody is preaching or contemplating, definitely we may have a problem really having to manage this if it gets to that level. So but my prayer is that we don't get to this level at all. If you do get, like I did say earlier on, oh my God, only God will be, in fact, we all retire to the churches and the mosques, which we are not even going to now, to be praying for, for any containment measures. But it's a big problem for us anyway.
If I may, looking at the stigma, perhaps disclosure issues, do you think that that is still a major concern for us? Are we not doing enough with sensitization? Are people not aware of the virus and the dangers?
Yeah, the issue of sensitization has been on. There's been a lot of ICE materials that's published here and there in the social media, in the print media, that's on televisions. But that is on that part. Messages are passed. But the people for which these messages are meant, how are they seeing the messages? Are they actually taking in these messages? Do they really believe that this is happening? Now, this is actually a problem. Now, another problem, like you did say, has to do with the concept of stigmatization. I do not see why people should stigmatize clients the way we say it in pharmacy, who have COVID after they must have been treated. This is a case. Last night I got a call from Lagos about somebody who had who's suspected to have this based on the kind of counseling he wanted me to give. So I could see from the call that it had nothing other than he wouldn't want to be stigmatized against. And of course, professionally, I have to go by the confidentiality clause that not just we, the pharmacists, are sworn to. But I counseled him the much I could and told him what and what he needs to do. So stigmatization is a big problem. Until we get out of this, it might be an issue. Now, getting out of this, how do we handle it? We need to look at the healthcare facilities and the healthcare professionals that have the greatest access to these patients. And who are these? No other persons than the pharmacist. The pharmacist and the pharmacy are the first point of calls for anybody that is sick.
We wish we had more time, but we'd like to thank you.
I want to appeal to government.
Dr. Kelly. We'd like to thank you so much, Dr. Kelly Nwaga, a pharmacist. Thank you for your thoughts on this very important issue. Hopefully you'll join us again. All the best.